Here is the Toyota Corolla. Before we get started though, let me give a quick shout out to Naya Motors Inc. for letting us use the car today to film the videos. They are a used car dealer here in Ottawa, Canada. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory. Now let's go ahead and get started. Open the driver's side door. Right over there at the bottom, pull the primary hood release lever. Now in front of the car, right about the Toyota emblem there on the other edge, put one finger in there and up and left. Push it up and left and open up the hood. The hood requires a prop rod to stay in place. Grab the rod, put it in that slot with the arrow marking it, pull it back, and now the hood is secure in place.
Now what happens is when the engine is running, it just produces heat, right? It's burning fuel, so it gets hot. Now you want the engine to be warm, but you don't want it to overheat, because if it overheats, then it just causes all sorts of problems, so you don't want any of that to happen. Now that's where the coolant comes in, because what the coolant does is the coolant circulates within the engine, it collects all the heat, and now the hot coolant, it goes to the radiator, it cools off and comes back in, collects more heat, goes back to the radiator, cools off, comes back in. The cycle keeps on repeating again and again. However, in this whole system, what you need is an expansion tank, because the coolant itself, as it heats up, it's going to expand. And as the name suggests, you need an expansion tank where the extra coolant can sort of just go temporarily, and then it can come back to the main cooling system. And that's what you need an expansion tank for.
Now that is the radiator pressure cap. There's a label right there on it that says never open when hot. Actually, you have no need to open it at all, but definitely don't open it when it's hot, because pressurized coolant will come out and cause injuries. Instead, just follow the line and that takes us to the coolant expansion tank, and there are two markings on it. It says full and low. The fluid level should be between full and low, and always check it when the car is cold, which means it's been sitting for at least 2-3 hours, because if you check it right after you drive it, the coolant is going to be hot and there's going to be extra coolant in there, and that's just going to give you a false reading, and you don't want that. If you have to top off coolant, get one of this 50-50 mix, which is ready to use. You don't have to add any water, any diluted water, nothing. You can just use it the way it is. So Preston is a good brand. To add the coolant, just get the cap off, add the coolant in over there, and when you're done, put the cap back on and press it to secure it in place, just like that. And that is looking good. That's pretty much it. To close the hood, first push it, get load off the prop rod, get the rod out of the slot, put it back in its place and secure it, lower the hood and slam it shut. Hope you found it useful.